Hi folks, this is a tutorial just for contact sheets. At the minute I'm using CS6 and this is the same way of doing contact sheets in all of the Photoshop softwares right up until CS3 and from CS6 onwards. Unfortunately CS4 and CS5 had a different method of doing contact sheets using Bridge. However, in CS6 and the other versions mentioned, this is how you do it. If you go to File and go down to Automate, we're looking for Contact Sheet 2. And whenever we click on that, we should get a dialog box that gives us different options. Initially, whenever you go in, you'll see the height and width are 20.32 by 25.4 centimeters. That's an American sized paper, so that's the first thing that we need to change. So we're going to change the width to 21 and the height to 29.7, which is our British or international paper standard A4. Okay, and then we're going to go up and tell the software where our images happen to be. So we're looking for a folder rather than files. Files are for images that you have open on the screen at this point in time. Okay, so I'm going to choose a folder and I'm going to navigate to where I have my images. Okay, so Photoshop and of course images, and I'm going to say OK there. So this has about 500 images worth of information. Evidently I'm not going to do all of them, but it will include subfolders. If I take off the subfolders, it won't include those. Assuming that you have images for all of your project, there won't be any subfolders in that image folder anyway. Okay, so we're using centimeters. You can use inches if you really want to. 8.267 inches by 11.693 in inches is the same as 21 by 29.7 in centimeters. Your resolution, if we keep that per inch, and if we just go for 100 pixels per inch, anything from 96 pixels per inch to 100 pixels to 150 pixels per inch is fine. We're not looking at the photographic quality because they're only thumbnails of the information of the images for your projects. Okay, so 100 pixels per inch is fine. We're going to ask for 4 columns by 5 rows of images, and if you multiply that up, that gives us 20 images per page. We are not going to rotate the image for the best fit. So that means that your portrait images as thumbnails will be portrait, your thumbnail images as landscape will still be landscape. Okay, we need the file name. Okay, so make sure that that is checked. And now whenever I click the OK button, you'll see there that the images start to open up. They start to resize and they will go onto our A4 page as requested, and it's purely automatic. Okay, so you can see things starting to happen. So the thumbnails are appearing, or they should be appearing. It just takes a wee second for them all to come along. And we're asking the computer to do quite a bit at this stage, so don't panic if it looks like it's just about to fall over. My computer's screaming at the moment. Okay. So at this stage you can see the images are still coming in as layers, they're still getting resized, they're still adding in the titles of that particular image, so on and so forth. And I'm pretty sure that I've got more than 20 images there at this moment in time, so I'm going to hit the escape key to actually stop the process. And you can see there's my first contact sheet. Evidently, if I was getting onto a second contact sheet, I would have a second tab, and a third tab, and a fourth tab, and a fifth tab. Now, I know some of you have done contact sheets, and you've had about 17 or 18 pages worth. Okay, so you just let the computer run through those, and whenever they're finished, you'll get your contact sheets. You'll see that they're all in separate layers. Okay, so we don't want to save them as PSDs, we want to save them as JPEGs. So File, Save As. Wherever you're saving it to, contact sheet 1 is okay. We'll just change the format to a JPEG. And again, putting it into the folder that you were doing the contact sheets for, that would be okay. Just make sure that you're doing contact sheet 1, contact sheet 2, contact sheet 3, etc. And whenever you click on save, again, keep the quality at the best, the highest that you can, and say okay. Hopefully this helps you out with your contact sheets, guys. Thanks.